Reflecting Christ, November 13th, Gideon shows courtesy to the Ephraimites. Judges 8 verse 3, God hath delivered into your hands the princes of Midian, Oreb, and Zeb. And what was I able to do in comparison of you? Then their anger was abated toward him when he had said that. Gideon returned from pursuing the enemies of the nation to meet censure and accusation from his own countrymen. When at his call the men of Israel had rallied against the Midianites, the tribe of Ephraim had remained behind. They looked upon the effort as a perilous undertaking, and as Gideon sent them no special summons, they availed themselves of this excuse not to join their brethren. But when the news of Israel's triumph reached them, the Ephraimites were envious because they had not shared it. After the rout of the Midianites, the men of Ephraim had, by Gideon's direction, seized the fords of the Jordan, thus preventing the escape of the fugitives. By this means, a large number of the enemy were slain, among whom were two princes, Oreb and Zeb. Thus the men of Ephraim followed up the battle and helped complete the victory. Nevertheless, they were jealous and angry, as though Gideon had been led by his own will and judgment. They did not discern God's hand in the triumph of Israel. They did not appreciate his power and mercy in their deliverance. Returning with the trophies of victory, they angrily reproached Gideon. Why hast thou served us thus, that thou callest us not, when thou wentest to fight with the Midianites? What have I done now in comparison of you, said Gideon. Is not the gleaning of the grapes of Ephraim better than the vintage of Abiezer? God hath delivered into your hands the princes of Midian, Oreb, and Zeb, and what was I able to do in comparison of you? The spirit of jealousy might easily have been fanned into a quarrel that would have caused strife and bloodshed. But Gideon's modest answer soothed the anger of the men of Ephraim, and they returned in peace to their homes. Firm and uncompromising where principle was concerned, and in a war a mighty man of valor. Gideon displayed also a spirit of courtesy that is rarely witnessed. The people of Israel, in their gratitude at deliverance from the Midianites, proposed to Gideon that he should become their king, and that the throne should be confirmed to his descendants. This proposition was in direct violation of the principles of the theocracy. God was the king of Israel, and for them to place a man upon the throne would be a rejection of their divine sovereign. Gideon recognized this fact. His answer shows how true and noble were his motives. I will not rule over you, he declared, neither shall my son rule over you. The Lord shall rule over you. Hope you have a great day today. Reflect Christ.